when I went in to read, Grant had suggested me because I had done a comedic police chief.
Grant Tinker.
Yeah, on a 20th. It was supposed to be the successor to Perry Mason, starring Jim Hutton. It was called, I can't remember. But it never went. And I was comic police chief in that. And so he suggested me to Alan Burns and Jim Brooks, who were the producers, creative writers. And they asked Ethel Wynant, who had, I think, hired me once for a minor role in some special. And they said, can Ed Asner do comedy? He said, Ed Asner can do anything. She didn't know. But she had a nose, and I'm glad I proved her right. So they brought me in, and I read the script, and it was a fantastic goddamn script. I'd been in L.A. for 9 years, had never seen a script that good. And I avoided comedy until that point. So I got in there and I read for them, and they said, well, that was a very intelligent reading, which means it wasn't funny.
I find that hard to believe.
No, it wasn't. And I certainly knew what they meant. They said, well, we have you back to read with Mary. We want you to read it like a crazy Meshuggah. And I didn't know what the hell they meant. And I started to walk. Huh?
Aren't you Jewish?
Yeah, but I don't speak that argot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that means language.
Meshuggah means crazy, right?
Oh,
Yes.
does it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I finally found out. Well, thank you, Mark. Are you Jewish?
Oh, only on my mother's and father's side.
Okay. Do they acknowledge you?
I think you two should take this act on the road.
So I started to walk out, and I've never done this since because it's the kind of backbone that he talks about in directing. And I turned back there, I said, well, look, why don't you have me read it that way now, and if I don't pull it off, don't have me back. And they said, well, we have another appointment, but all right, go ahead and read it. And I read it like a Meshuggah, and they laughed their ass off. And they said, when you come back, read it with Mary just like that. I said, okay, what did I do? I think it was their way of seeing how far out I would go, how far they could pull me in any time they wanted to. So I came back with Mary, and I read it, trying to remember what I did, and then I did, and I just read it like a crazy person again. And they laughed their ass off again, and they said, thank you. And I left, and after I left, Mary turned to them and said, are you sure? And they said, that's your Lou Grant.